It's Empress, and today we're going to talk about the new Kevin Hart special. It is number 3 right now on Netflix. It's called Kevin Hart Zero Fucks Given. And let's get into my review. Okay, so I already have my candles burning. I already have my incense. Look at this baby. Look at this baby right here. You know, they say that when the smoke from your incense makes like a pretty little dance. Well, they don't say pretty little dance. I say pretty little dance. When it makes like a pretty little design. And right now, if y'all were to see this, let me put it back up. Like, it's just making a beautiful little silhouette type thing. They say that the energy around you, the energy in that space is great. It's a great energy. So shout out to the positive energy that we have going on. Yay. And then they also say that if your incense if the smoke is just going in a straight singular line, then that means the energy is thick. It's not as positive. It's not enough free flow for that smoke to travel through, because just this beautiful smoke, because it's just so clogged out and negative. So shout out for the energy that's around me right now. But yeah, let's get into this review. Okay, so Kevin Hart put out a new stand-up comedy special. In this special, he is appears to be in his house. I think he said he's in his house, probably in his basement or something, and it's like a real intimate vibe, really nice. Nothing large scale like he used to do, because due to COVID, we can't do all that, right? So we can't even have all of these large scale events anymore. But he wanted to get back to comedy. He wanted to do something that he loved, brought in revenue, and all this, that, and the other. So he had it in his home. His family's upstairs. Was kind of the gist they went with in the video. But to be all quite honest, not to say that it was horrible, because it was not horrible. It just was not, it wasn't as good as I was expecting. Like, I've always been a Kevin Hart fan. I've always been somebody who thought, he was hilarious. He still is very hilarious. But I just feel like with this comedy special, as he mentioned, it's not much else he could talk about besides his wife and kids, because that's the environment that he's in right now, right? Most stand-up comedians, they talk about what they've seen. They don't make up stuff. They talk about, a lot of the things that they see in their environment, people that they know, stuff like that. And so he is a 41-year-old married man of 3 right now. In the special, I think his youngest daughter was being born, or not being born, but I think she was like 8 or 9 months or something, he said. But it's not much that he goes out and sees that would entail be something super hilarious. So his jokes were not horrible. He had some funny jokes. But it was not a knee slapper. It was not for me. I was not laughing the entire time. I'm sorry. Like, I know he wanted to get back to the comedy. I know he wanted to, it got him out of, his little element. Because right now during COVID, we need something to get us out of our, little, how should I say this? Get us out of our little rut, because a lot of people are turning into hermits and they're not doing things that they normally would, because they're just at home. They're at home. They have to be with family all the time. They're bored. They can't go out. And right now we're going through COVID too. And so they're shut down stuff again. So it's like, he wanted to do something that makes him happy, which I applaud him. I think that's great. However, I think Kevin is at the point where he should wrap it up, the stand-up comedy. I think he would be great at probably directing like some stand-up comedies for younger comedians or up-and-coming comedians. I think he's done that before. Something like another Def Comedy Jam, bringing that back. That would be great, to have different styles of comedy, different comics, and comedic acts. But like for Kevin, in just my personal opinion, and again, that's all this is. That's all, you know, we're doing here. We're just talking about my opinion. And if you have a different opinion, please put it in the comments. I've had people who DM me their comments, whatever, however you feel, do that. But, and this is not to knock him or knock his dream, because y'all know I'm a big component of following your dreams. But he's at it's sometimes we get to a point where we've surpassed that level, and I think he surpassed the level of stand-up comedy. I think his jokes were dad jokes. They were old dad jokes. That's just how I felt about it. And you know, at this point, he does really well in movies. He's doing really well with you know, his shows. I believe he has you know, a lot of different streams of income, and I think that's where he needs to stick with that. Or if you want to do stand-up comedy so bad, you know, then have people underneath you. Be like, you know, Russell Simmons with Def Comedy Jam. I think that's where he should stay, because this one, it just wasn't hitting. It wasn't hitting, and I liked the intimate feel of it. I loved that. I did like that, you know, he was relatable and he was honest, which he is in all of his stuff. But I think overall for me, this is not a top special show that I would watch. You know, I've been watching some of the top couple of things on Netflix lately. This is not one of the ones I would recommend. I'm just sorry. But if you watch it, you watch it. I'm not here to say that, hey, don't watch this. I'm just saying, for me, I didn't think it was that great. So, Kevin, sorry. If you see this, probably not. But I didn't like it. And if you like it, let me know why. Let me know which jokes you like the best. I also felt like in this, he was trying too hard, and he was doing a lot of his voiceovers or sounds that he did from his other shows. And it's time to wrap that up. Again, he's 41 now, and he's been in the game for a little minute, and he just has so many other realms that he can transfer into, and just stand-up comedy, let that go. And or maybe come back with something a little bit better jokes. But that's my review, you guys. Like, thanks for watching. Thanks for sitting with me. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you liked it or didn't like it. What are some of your comments? So put those in the comments below, and we'll talk later, you know. Have a good one, you guys.